course I'm anticipating it. What if I shoot a friend on accident?
That's on account of your stance. You want to lean into it. Embrace it. Work with it. You're in control here, Parvati, not the gun. Don't let a hunk of metal jerk you around. You've been around powerful machinery all your life. You're always in control, right?
I guess that's kind of like when the filler's shooting 600 cans of near molten cell tuna down the conveyor while I'm trying to tune a belt.
Here, stand like me. Just so. Hips square. Lean forward a little. It's just equipment. You're just an engineer using it. Ah! Okay. We'll try again later. You'll get it. I promise.
This is pretty funny considering she handles heavy machine guns on a regular basis.
I believe your choice to spare Chartrand would be considered the honorable path, yes? Sublight's money is inconsequential in the face of ethics.
Probably so, but we're gonna hand it in anyway. Thankfully it's not far away.
The Groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
Gonna tell her the bad news we didn't assassinate. Hopefully we can just fast travel there, because I'm sure this will be brief.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled...
Hopefully they won't attack us or something. Probably just get fired, I reckon. But, you know, she's nuts, so...
Is it done?
I spoke to Chartrand and I'm not gonna kill her.
Well, damn. Contractor grew a conscience. As your employer, I'm both angry and disappointed. I'll add that to your file.
Ooh.
Technically, I owe you an exit interview. Care to justify your betrayal of our species? Or are we finished here?
It's the best shot at surviving Halcyon. I don't think she's gonna listen.
You're awfully quick to trust someone who offed her colleagues and called it a good start. Out of my office. We're done.
Yeah, the feeling.
You think maybe she's got an itchy trigger finger? I don't want to find out.
I like her, Captain. Let's go before we have to paint this office with her blood.
Yeah, I thought that's exactly how I thought it would go. Oh well. That's fine. She's a nutter, so. Crazy lady. Oh yeah, there was some outfits on. There's some outfits on the station we can buy. Not sure where though to buy them. Ike's Armory, perhaps. What do we need? We need... Iconoclast Marauder in space, huh?
Hey, look who it is.
Yep. This guy doesn't have it. Need Iconoclast, Marauder, and something else. This guy doesn't have it. Yeah, she could have shown it, so I'd could have sworn it said we'd found it here. Yeah, Spacer. Yeah. Huh. Spacer's choice. Vendor. No shells. Yeah, you'd think it'd be in the armory if it was going to be anywhere. Yeah, unfortunately we haven't got an armor set of any of those, so I'm gonna leave that for now. I'm not sure where to find it either. Oh, talk to Parvati on the ship. That's easy enough. Let's get a find her. There she is.
All right. She's on her way. How do I look? Oh, my hands have finally stopped shaking. All right, all right. Deep breath. Here I go.
Make yourself at home, Captain.
Check on the date. Oh god, is the date on board the ship? Oh man. Well, there's better venues. But they're both engineers, so ship is quite appropriate. Free Hemi ammo. Mind if I do?
Anyhow, so I told him, Dad, I'm a big girl now. I ain't need your help. I can do it on my lonesome.
What did he say to that?
Have at it then. And he handed me his favorite wrench, the one he used for the canner. He's probably half as tall as I was.
He didn't scold you for talking back to him?
Nah, he was never like that. I always thought it was funny when I get indignant about something. Then he'd watch me do whatever it was, make sure I didn't get hurt, but he'd never interfere. I learned a lot that way.
I wish I could have met him. Anyone who helped shape you must have been a special person.
Yeah, looks like things are going well.
My father and I were often at loggerheads. He had notions of how the station should be run, and I had others. He was fond of saying, "You think Groundbreaker pays for itself? Someone's got to cover the bills," when I chafed against his deference to the board.
Sounds like he was afraid of him.
He was, and he was right to be. Didn't mean I had to like it.
Seem to be having a great time. You should leave the ship and let them enjoy the day together. Oh, okay. Time to head out then. And then I guess it completes. I think we completed it. Did we complete it? Yeah, chat to Parvati and the date's over. That was quick. Let's get back on board. That was like super quick. But
You're adjusting before you pull. You're anticipating.
oh, she's down there again.
What if I shoot a friend on accident?
That's on account of your stance. You want to lean into it. Embrace it. Work with it. You're in control here, Parvati, not the gun. Don't let a hunk of metal jerk you around. You've been around powerful machinery all your life. You're always in control.
Okay, Captain, she's gone.
Done running around for you. Did it go well?
I'm near about vibrating. I'm so excited. So she got here, and, well, she sneezed. She said, wow, new soap? And I was like, yeah, rose-ish. Turns out it tickled her nose. Oops. And then she just sort of touched my arm real gentle-like and called the cut of my outfit elegant. I couldn't hear the rest on account of my heart was beating so hard. Then I led her into the kitchen. I think she about cried when she saw the spread.
I know I was there watching. We could do this place somewhere more romantic than like the engine room. So you laid the meal, brought you in, and then started the music.
She stood stock still and just said, oh, real soft. Oh, and let me tell you, I was sweating. And then she blinked and said, is that dustback casserole? I told her how we got Mr. Raymond to bake it for us, so it was double authentic. Made by a real live monarch person.
So the meal went well, the dessert too?
Well, we talked a bunch over dinner about the things we learned just through messages, stuff we repaired, how I taught her to salvage and she taught me to build. When I brung out the sweetheart cakes, June, she got a little teary, said she had a thing she needed to say. But I stopped her because I wanted to say it first. I never felt so bold, Captain.
That's unusually forward of you.
One of us has got to be. We're both... June's so reserved and I'm so shy. I worried if I never said anything, nothing would ever get said, you know? I told her about how she made me feel. Bold like I acted. Strong. Smarter and kinder than I am on my lonesome. I listed all the things I liked about her. And then she pulled out a paper and read a speech. She talked about the things she admired about me, like my cleverness and my humor, and how it made her want to be more open.
Speech. What happened next?
Anyhow, when she wrapped up, I asked her to be my girlfriend. And Captain, she said yes! And then she sneezed again. On account of the flowery soap.
What about your disinterest in physical affection?
We talked about it some. I told her I wasn't sure how it'd work, how I've had a bad time of it in the past. She said we'll take it as it comes. Fix things together. Share meals, talk. Maybe she could rub my shoulders when they're sore. I said I might like that.
More, yeah, it could be like, you know, more random errands, right? That's very sweet. Congrats.
It's all on your account, you know. Imagine if you'd never taken me out of Edgewater. I'd have never met Junlei at all. I don't know nothing about the Vicar's capital P plan, but you've sure changed my life. So, if you don't mind, I'm just gonna head to my cabin and happy scream into my pillow for like an hour.
Oh, nice little thing from that. Sweet. Level 28. Right, so our lockpick was really not good enough still. So I'd like to put at least 5 points into that. What else can we... we should probably get our persuade up to 60. Hmm. Get a perk as well. What should we get? Let's see. Science weapon damage, maybe. That's pretty cool. 100% skill bonus. Ooh, dialogue skill would be good. What's the dialogue skills when you have no companion? Ah, that's for no companions, yeah. I'm a big fan of things that only work when you're afflicted by something. Yeah, we've already got that. And that. I think that might be good. I'm not sure. Fast travel while encumbered would be nice as well. Walk speed would be good. Damage when alone in the party now. Better vendor prices. Gotta get that. Enchanted evening perk. Whoa. Picture of June Lee. Ah. Where's the picture? Is it up in our cabin?
I've shut off the visual feed from my ocular inputs in the captain's quarters, so you're free to disrobe whenever you'd like.
Sure. Yeah, I wonder where the picture goes. Oh well, I'm sure it'll show up sometime. Anyway, that was fun. What else we got? Yeah, we've only got a couple of things now. We've got the Low Crusade, which is set up a beneficiary account. What was that? Should be a fairly quick one, hopefully. I'm not sure though. Oh, that was a Monarch, was it? Okay. I guess Stellar Bay. I don't know. Can't remember where it was in. On
We're
Monarch.
now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain.
Okay. To the insurance office with Ellie and Parvati, I guess. Okay, where is it? Oh, it's at Fullbrook. Okay. Strange place for an office. Oh yeah, sublight. Here. No, that's not it. Wow, it's like way back here. A strange location.
You
I
seen Arthur today?
suppose it is a dodgy town. Hello.
Welcome to the offices of the Greater Halcyon Insurance Group, Halcyon's premier provider of life and disaster-related insurance. I'm obligated to inform you that our coverage does not extend to incidents deemed to result from negligence, criminal activity, or dullness of mind.
Duly noted.
So, what kind of insurance package can I interest you in? We're running a special on dismemberment policies. Buy one, get one half off.
Well. Yeah, why is your office on Monarch?
We're not on Monarch. For all practical and tax-related purposes, this office is an official enclave of Byzantium.
Why?
Legally speaking, corporations are not allowed to operate on Monarch, but financially speaking, there are certain costs to running a business from within Byzantium's walls. So while our official address is in the city, and while our office here is technically an extension of that address, we found it more expedient to conduct our key operations here. So we can... what's the phrase? Pass savings to the consumer, of course.
You say so?
Oh, it's certainly not about what I say. That's all down to our legal team and our CFO.
I need to change the beneficiary on this insurance policy.
I remember that one. That's the young socialite who broke her neck, right?
Of course, no one remembers me for the marauders I've killed or the bits I've stolen. Typical.
That claim was airtight. Our best investigators couldn't find an exclusion for that one.
Let's stay on topic.
You can't, of course. Only Miss Fenhill can assign her beneficiaries. And she's dead. If we let every friend, relative, and acquaintance change a policy like that, people would do it all the time. Imagine the paperwork.
Okay, but how would I change it?
Oh, you mean hypothetically? Well, hypothetically, you'd access the terminal in the back room that contains data on all our policies. And you'd, theoretically, add the beneficiary of your choice. But you wouldn't actually do that, of course. That would be fraud.
Yeah.
Please, my policy only covers paper cuts and wrist strain. Very well, I'll do it. But then you've got to go. Confrontations like this will raise my premiums. I'll need the name of the new beneficiary.
Ellie Fenhill?
If you say so. The payouts will flow exclusively into the new account at the start of the month. I hope Ms. Fenhill enjoys her newfound prosperity.
Well, that was easy, huh? What else can you tell me about your insurance policy?
Plenty. As my boss likes to say, there's a policy for every situation and an exclusion for every policy. We've insured unusually expressive eyebrows, outrageous statements, disastrous marriages.
Who gets the eyebrows insured?
Usually character actors, or corporate execs with menacing stares. That policy is almost exclusively for our corporate clientele. In the unlikely event they make a claim about a product that turns out to be less than accurate, they need some kind of protection against the damage to their sales and reputation. Those are mostly for top-rungers in Byzantium who have a lot of social and financial capital wrapped up in their marriage contracts. There's one for your beloved eloping with your sibling, your beloved eloping with their sibling, scandalous rumors forcing you apart, the revelation of a secret love child. We try to cover every possible hazard to domestic bliss.
Awesome.
One thing's for sure, you won't find better policy protection against sudden lunar implosions anywhere in Halcyon.
Can we talk?
Oh, okay. Talk outside. Yeah, that was easy enough.
You really did it. Give these payouts a few years and I'll be rolling in it.
Congratulations.
Hey, you did the real work. All I had to do was not be dead. I'm just glad my folks aren't gonna live off that awful story they made up. Maybe now they'll have to go back to real jobs.
Real jobs? What are you gonna do with all those bits?
Come on, I thought we were celebrating. You want me to think about the future?
I guess not. Better figure things out as you go.
If only you could have been my chief surgeon back in the day. Anyway, enough of that. You did a job for me. So here's your fee.
Appreciate it, but I didn't do it for the money.
Don't make it weird. Even you've got to be in it for the money now and then. Why else would you go through all this trouble?
You're my friend. That's what friends do.
You sure? Because my kind of friends will pick your pocket clean while they're getting hammered with you. You don't have to get all mushy about it.
I knew it.
Still, maybe you've got a point. Maybe it's good to watch someone's back now and then so that one day they watch yours. So, you just keep the money. One of us has to look out for your interests.
Wouldn't want to be indebted to me, huh?
It's nothing personal. It's just the closest thing I've got to a code. Anyway, enough of the touchy-feelies, huh?
Alrighty. That worked out alright. Let's go back to the ship. I think we're done here. That wasn't where the ship was. Need to get on the finish on the ship. I think we're done for today though, guys. Where did I park? There it is, unreliable. Yeah, that was nice and easy. Next up, we'll be doing what we'll be doing next. Yeah, one of these, I think. City in the Stars, maybe? Oh yeah, the stealth mission. Oh god. That's what I've been avoiding. Yeah, the stealth mission is next, I think. So yeah, that should be a good laugh. Till next time, guys.